Flash floods occurred in several parts of the city this afternoon. PUB says this was because of prolonged heavy rain over the southern and central parts of Singapore this afternoon. From around 2 p.m. to 5 p.m, the total recorded rainfall was nearly 153 millimetres at Orchard Road. You're looking at footage sent in by viewer Lee Siu Cheng, who says she was trapped at United Square along Thomson Road from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. She told us she could only get out after the knee-high water subsided an hour later, as taxis did not want to go into the flood-hit area. Over at Farrer Park, a soccer field almost became a lake. The water left a goalpost half submerged, while what looks like a bin was seen floating by. PUB says flash floods were also reported at Cuscaden Road, Newton Circus, the junction of 6th Avenue, as well as Bukit Timah and Lincoln Road. In some areas, flood waters reached up to a height of 30 centimetres. But PUB says they generally subsided within an hour. While PUB said there was no flooding in Orchard Road, there was some ponding at Liat Towers, the underpass between Lucky Plaza and Ngee City, and the basement of Lucky Plaza. With more wet weather expected, businesses in flood-prone areas are taking measures to protect their properties.
Businesses do not want a repeat of what happened in Orchard Road in June this year. So several establishments are taking measures to prevent flash floods from affecting their business. Some shopping centers along Orchard Road are installing floodgates ahead of the holiday season to prevent floodwater from seeping into their shops. This comes as the National Environment Agency warned of a wet Christmas. For the rest of Singapore, more relief is on the way. National Water Agency PUB plans to widen drains in some areas next year. 8 of the 10 projects will commence in the first quarter. 5 of these will involve expanding roadside drains at flood-prone areas. These include parts of Chinatown, roads near Bencoolen Street, as well as Arab Street and Rochor Canal Road. The PUB will also improve drainage in 3 other non-flood-prone areas. Roads including Jalan Dusun near Balestier Road will be raised. Drains near Outram Road and Tiong Bahru Road will also be expanded.
Well, it seems the flood barricades at Liat Towers were activated this afternoon, but that was not enough to stop water from coming in.
The water started coming in at 5 p.m. By 5:20, we start to evacuate all our customers. The barricade at the upper level and the inner level does not work because the water came in too suddenly, and probably there's something wrong with the system. So you can see behind all is quite affected. It affects about our daily business will at least be affected for about 60%.
Still to come on 5.